All right. We are moving back. And the reason why I'm moving back, guys, listen up. The reason why I'm moving back to chapter 5, and the reason why I skipped it, because I'm combining arithmetic sequences, which is what we're doing today, with the geometric sequence, which we'll do tomorrow. Okay, it just makes sense to get them both together. So that's why I held off on teaching that until now. Inductive reasoning is reasoning based on patterns. You guys actually do inductive reasoning every single day. So when people tell me they don't do math every day, they're wrong. You're doing math every day. The minute you wake up in the morning and you're like, oh, what do I have to do today? That's inductive reasoning because you're planning out your day. Okay, whenever you're sitting there and you're deciding, should I do this homework or should I just put it off? That's inductive reasoning because you have consequences. You don't do it, there's a consequence. Okay, so all of that's inductive reasoning. Detectives and cops on a daily. Engineers on a daily. Arithmetic sequence is what we're concentrating on today. They have a common difference. So there's something that you're either adding or subtracting in between those numbers. Okay? If I'm looking at this sequence right here, 1, 1, 2, 3, 5, 8, 13. How would I find my next two terms? What's happening with this thing? So look, I'm adding 0, 1. Oh my gosh.
My dad teaches me this. It's also here. Can I
not ever smart enough to try and learn it?
Why? So what my dad teaches me is he does this, and then it's what makes the spiral. Basically, so you add more, and then you add more, and then it just keeps going, and then just keeps going, and then just keeps going, and then just keeps going into a spiral, basically.
So, like he said, which he's one of the first students that I've ever had come up and say that's the Fibonacci sequence. And it is the spiral. You have all of these patterns, all these cool patterns, like a seashell. So if you've ever seen a seashell and it spirals around, within those spirals lies the Fibonacci sequence. Within the veins of leaves lies the Fibonacci sequence. So when you're doing this and you're trying to figure out what the next two terms are, you're taking this plus the previous term. 1 plus 0 is 1. 1 plus 1 is 2. 2 plus 1? 3 plus 2? So what's your next one? And what's your next one if they wanted you to find the next two terms?
34. And then it's going to be 55.
That's how the Fibonacci sequence works. And there is, I'm going to go back. I have a really cool one with the American flag. So ask me that tomorrow, and I'll show you how the Fibonacci sequence works with the American flag. This is arithmetic. How you find the sum of arithmetic sequence. That's the formula. So this right here is just notation for the sum or the total sum. I'm going to write it like this. This right here means you're taking the first term. This is your number of terms. And this stands for the difference, the common difference, or the common sum. So if I want to find, let's say I want to find the 50th term, the very last thing I'm going to do, because you guys have a lot of time, you guys have a limited time on ACTs, SATs. So there's a limited amount of time. The last thing I would ever do is write out all 50 terms. Okay, I'm going to go for a formula. So if I'm finding the 50th term, I'm going to write out all the information I need for this equation. My n is the term I'm finding. So my n is 50 because I'm finding the 50th term. What's my first term in this sequence? What's my first term? 8. What's my common difference? What am I doing with that 5?
Subtracting.
I am subtracting 5. So my common difference is a negative 5. So I'm taking 5 away each time. Let's plug into the formula. A of 50. Again, that's notation. I'm not going to solve anything with it. Equals A of 1 plus 50 minus 1 times my common difference. So it's going to be 8 plus 49 times negative 5. And whatever 49 times negative 5 plus 8 is going to be what that 50th term is. Which is pretty easy. That's what you're doing today. Okay?
You have to find the 50th term wrong.
Negative 245.
So they'll tell you like the 32nd term or...
Let's say.
What'd you get, Brody?
Do the 32nd term. Then you do
Negative
multiply by
37.
1.
Negative 237.
Negative 237? Okay. All right.
So